Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Cadence Whispers, and today we try something a little bit different. So, the reading, beg pardon, that we'll be doing today, it's another pick a pile reading, and I thought we would do a reading on how to spice up your sex life because I recently got the Tarot of Sexual Magic because I keep seeing it everywhere, and I just think that sometimes, well, a lot of the time there aren't enough readings on how to actually spice up your sex life, and I feel like this is something that a lot of us struggle with. So obviously those of us who are above legal age, should I say, it is something that we do struggle with, and I thought it would be good to have an insight into this and just try and help people, you know, just to give them a bit more confidence and things like that, that, you know, that they're doing the right thing, or if they aren't, you know, what they can try. And I've got a different colour on my nails today. It's like a purple lilac colour. So we've split it into 3 piles again, so let me just check. So this is pile 1, and it's the dragon's blood. You can't really see the colour on it here, but it's really beautiful red and green and gold. And then we have the tiger's eye, sort of reddy brown, and the opalite. And the opalite is actually a crystal for sexual prowess and giving you a confidence boost in your beauty, both inner and outer. So what we'll do is we'll start with pile 1 as always, and then we'll do the additional piles. Okay guys, so we're going to start with pile 1. I don't look as horrible today. Well, hey! Okay, so pile 1 is dragon's blood. So we'll start on the bottom, and I'll tell you what each deck is. So we've got some oracle cards, which is the Oracle of Shawdows and Light, and that's what they look like on the back. So we have Grumpy Red Fairy, Be Your True Self. Carnivorous Flower Fairy, A Tempting Offer Has a High Price. Interesting. Okay, and then we have the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Campbell. It says, "You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north." And then we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I can't wait to use these ones. So we've got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the World. I'm not using my my new camera yet because I wanted to wait until I got the tripod, because the angles just aren't great because it's quite small and it doesn't tilt, so I'm just waiting on a tripod. So it's just easier for me to use my phone for now. And then we've got the energy oracle cards. We have Happy Family and Goddess of the Moon. Okay, so first of all, what it's saying is for you just to be confident in who you are, in your own abilities, you know, in your sexual abilities, you know, because I feel like you don't please your partner, that, you know, you wouldn't be able to take the lead, for example, and you know, you overthink a lot. You know, you think, how do, you know, oh, I look awful in this position, don't look at me, or, you know, that you're not doing it right, or he's not enjoying himself, or he's faking it, for example, you know, and you just have all these thoughts going through your head. you know, and it's saying about a tempting offer has a high price, and I think what it is, you know, it's a temptation for you just to kind of sink into the thinking that you're not good enough, and it's you know, your fault, you know, and he's not happy. But you know, anxiety can be tempting to slip back into, because especially if you suffer from anxiety on a regular basis, it's easy to slip back into that way of thinking because it's comfortable. But you know, it's saying basically the first thing you need to do is you make the first move. You know, you do the work. You know, that's what it's saying. You're not going to go wrong with that. You know, in fact, your partner will most likely love it. You know, all men, whether they want to admit it or not, enjoy being dominated a little bit in the bedroom, so don't be afraid of doing that. Okay, so that is the first 4 cards. You know, the carnivorous flower fairy, you know, that with, for example, Venus flytraps, they're very beautiful flowers, they look really appealing, but when you get close to them, you know, it's a trap essentially. So what it's saying is your anxiety, your way of thinking is a trap. It's not the real situation. You know, it's kind of, it's a false security. So just try and step out of your comfort zone a little bit. So let's just have a look at the sexual tarot cards, because I've not used this deck before. I just need to double check the meanings, because especially with sex, they have very specific meanings. Let's have a look. Sorry, won't be a second. We've got the Knight of Wands. So it says, the bond that prevents others from escaping us is not made of fear but of joy, not of chains but of freedom, not of past promises but of future plans. So again, it's just saying, let go of the fear that your partner isn't enjoying himself, that you can't enjoy yourself because you're so worried about whether he's enjoying himself. Just let yourself go. He's with you because he wants to be with you. You know, if you didn't enjoy having sex, he would tell you, because I'm pretty sure he actually asks you for sex a lot, you know. And if someone doesn't want to have sex with you, they wouldn't even bother asking. They wouldn't even bother trying to make the first move. So, you know, that's your answer right there. And then we've got the Queen of Wands. Let's see. Queen, undressing. Magic of the entwined rings. Honesty and devotion between partners are born of daily pleasures. You must seduce your partner every day as if it were always the first time. So again, it's saying, be honest with your partner. Tell him you feel a little bit insecure. You know, that's why you hold back sometimes. That's why you turn him down, because you don't feel comfortable in your own body. You're afraid you're not pleasing him. And, you know, it's saying, like, look, remember how it was when you first started going out, you know, when you first got married, whatever your relationship status is, you know, how you couldn't wait to rip his clothes off, and the sexting and things like that. You need to recapture that magic and bring that back, and that will really give you a boost, you know, and it will bring you closer as a couple together, because you're able to express your love in a physical way. You know, a lot of the time, you know, couples, if they've been together for a while, they kind of forget how important sex is and being able to express your love. And it is a really beautiful way of doing it, because, you know, it's a physical thing, you know, and you don't just have sex with anybody, you know. It's a really personal thing between two people and their experience of sex. So, you know, it's just saying, trying to think back to the way things were, you know, be that confident version of yourself again. So let's just move on to the world. The world, gratification. Magic intimacy. Touch ensures continuity, a gratifying and complete relationship, peace and lasting happiness, a serene family. Which is why it's got the happy family card. So I feel for you guys, maybe most likely you've had kids, and that's part of the reason why you don't feel confident in yourself anymore, because your body isn't the same. You know, you might have a bit of mum tum, you might have put on a little bit of weight, you might have a lot of stretch marks, and to you, you're not that perfect version of yourself that he met, so you think in your head he doesn't want that. You know, so it's saying, you know, just Let him touch you. Let him feel your body as it is now. Let him get used to that. You know, feel your own body. Get used to how it feels. Love yourself. Love your body. And then you can allow somebody else to love you in the same way. Okay, so the goddess of the moon. Now, she's all about feminine power, feminine cycles, you know, and a lot of women, this is a scientifically proven fact, around time of ovulation are more attractive because your body is trying to attract a mate to impregnate you. So use the power of your cycles, you know, when you're feeling, you know, sexier in yourself, to use that as an opportunity to connect with your partner. And there's been a lot of this in my readings recently, but I feel like when you reconnect with your partner, you may get pregnant. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. I feel like it will be a really gratifying experience for you, because I feel like you're like pent up sexually as well, and he is, and because of the lack of confidence that you've had, you've been really holding back. But you know, the message here is don't hold back, move forward, remember who you are, you know, underneath all the stretch marks, the mum tum, or you know, you may have just put on weight as you've gotten older, or you know, lost weight, and it's a big concern to you. Oh, my lips twitching. That your partner doesn't find you attractive anymore, but that isn't true at all. Okay, so that was pile 1. Okay guys, I'm back. It's pile 2, which is the tiger's eye. Okay, so on the bottom we have the oracle of shadows and light. We have the work your light oracle. They go really well together. The Tower of Sexual Magic and the Energy oracle cards. So let's have a look. So we've got Ghosts of the Past. The past returns for a time. A powerful energy shift. It's an interesting combination. Okay. And we have the Answer Your Call. What is your soul calling you to do? Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, then we have the Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. And in the Energy Oracle we have Man Holding a Heart and Rest and Rejuvenation. So what I feel is going on for you guys is it's a past issue that keeps coming up repeatedly, which is why you've gone through a bit of a lull in your sex life at the moment. You know, it may be a case of that you've been single for a while and your ex is coming back into your life, which would explain the past returns for a period of time. But it could also just be external issues. You know, it could be that you're working too hard, you know, your partner's working away. It could be that you have kids and you just don't have time to be able to do that, or you just don't see it as a priority with everything else going on. And what it's saying here is just kind of break the pattern of what you're going through at the moment. Break the pattern. You know, you need to kind of break out of that mentality of thinking that, you know, it's not important or you don't have time. You know, you have to find time for each other, and you have to find time for yourself sexually as well, because people don't realize how important sex is. You know, like, it's not the most important thing, but it is a big factor in relationships, because it's a way of expressing you love physically, you know, and it's a kind of pleasure that you can't get in any other way, you know. And sometimes couples get older, they just don't think that it's as important anymore. you know, and that's, you know, it's a normal thought pattern, but it's not necessarily a healthy one, you know, at the end of the day. And I just feel like these past issues keep bubbling up, and it's always the same thing over and over again. So it's just asking you to just kind of stop, look at the situation, see how you can change it, you know. And the rest of rejuvenation, it's saying you need to get enough sleep. You and your partner need to spend time together just to rest and get to know each other again. You know, you can't always be on the move, you know. And your partner, you know, he does love you very, very much. You know, you are the only woman for him. Maybe it could be that you're worried that he's seen someone else, or his ex is causing problems, or your ex is causing problems, so it's causing tension in your relationship. And, you know, you're worried, what are his real feelings for you? Is he still invested in it emotionally? You know, and, you know, the answer to that is yes. You just need to kind of rest and rejuvenate together and get to know each other a bit better. So we're going to do the Tarot Sexual Magic now. So we've got the Six of Pentacles. So just bear with me because I haven't used this deck before. I just need to double check the meanings because the sexual meanings are completely different from other meanings. So Pentacles. Pentacles. Is that it? Pentacles, okay. Six of Pentacles. Boredom. There are loves of the past and loves of the future. There is only one love today and it must not be neglected. So again, it's talking about lovers from the past. So, you know, I feel like a past lover may be popping their head in and causing problems, but, you know, you have to cultivate the relationship that you're in now, and you can't neglect it because of outside influences. So it's, you know, again, it's reiterating the importance of nurturing what you have and, you know, satisfying each other in that way, and, you know, being equal in the satisfying. You know, maybe for one of you doesn't like foreplay and the other one does. You know, it's about just giving in from time to time and just allowing them to, you know, do that, or to receive. Some people don't like to receive, which is weird because who wouldn't? But, you know, some people don't, and that's your choice. But it's just saying just to kind of be a bit more equal with that. Okay, so the next one is the Hierophant. Let's have a look. A Hierophant. Support. Magnetic powder. Before calling on a higher strength, you must protect yourself and be certain that you have support. Your intention must be clear. So I feel like you're not feeling supported by your partner at the moment, so that's why, again, it's having an effect on your sex life, because you don't feel supported. So you feel, well, you know, why should we have sex if he's not going to be there, if he's going to skip out, if he's not supporting me? So I feel like you just want reassurance that he's in it for the long haul, you know, and it's not just become a relationship based purely on sex. And then we've got the Lovers. Where is it? The Lovers. Oh, the Lovers, seduction. The red magic of plants. Nature is an unerring guide. Plants and animals are examples to be imitated. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us in important sentimental choices. Okay, so I feel what the message here is, you know, just let it be natural. Don't let it be forced. You know, try not to think about all the human problems that you're having. Just release and enjoy the moment and not think about anything else but the fact that you're having amazing sex. So that's the message for you, is to just enjoy the moment. Don't think about everything. Don't think about the past issues. You know, makeup sex can be amazing if you just let go and don't think about every other bit of crap that's going on in your life. Okay, so that was pile 2. Hey guys, back with pile 3. So here we go. Again, if you've skipped the first 2 piles, I'll put in the description which decks I'm using if you're interested in purchasing them. Okay, so the first card we have is Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes and energies. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. Ooh. Okay. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Okay. Let's do the Tarot of Sexual Magic now. Two of Cups. Then the Knave of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups. The Eight of Swords. And then the Energy Oracle card. Door to personal healing and happiness. And Envy reversed. So, okay. I feel at the moment, the reason why your sex life is having a lull, you and your partner aren't getting on, and you know, the fact that it's coming up to autumn, I feel like you feel this is the last chance for your relationship to work. You know, this is, you don't know how you can move forward from this if it doesn't work out. But the thing is, sex can be a really healing thing, and sometimes when we've lost touch with someone emotionally, if we have sex, it helps us to remind us of why we're together, everything we've worked for, you know. And I feel like at times you don't always agree, you know, not even just sexually, on things that you do, things in the relationship, love styles, sex styles. I think that you disagree on a lot of things, and that's having an impact on your relationship at the moment, you know. And it's saying don't lose hope, you know, because give it more time is what it's saying, you know. Just have fun in the relationship, don't be so serious. I feel like sometimes you are a bit serious and your partner's a little bit more, you know, laid back and tends to enjoy life more than you do. And I just feel like you feel like you're the responsible one in the relationship, so you're not really opening up, and that's stopping your partner from wanting to connect with you in that way as well, because you're so uptight at the moment. You know, I don't feel like you're a naturally uptight person. I just feel like at the moment, because you've been having problems in the relationship, you're finding it hard to open up in that way, you know. But the fact is, I mean, the Two of Cups in a standard is a soulmate card, so I feel like this person is your soulmate, you know, and you're creating heaven on earth, you know. No one's relationship is perfect all the time. You know, it'd be ridiculous to think that. And, you know, you just kind of have to let go of this notion that everything has to be perfect all the time, because it isn't. Nobody's perfect. No situation is perfect. Just let yourself go and just have fun, you know. So let's just have a look at the sexual meanings of the cards. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups. Okay. Involvement. The magic of the scarab. Tenderness, attraction, affection and collaboration. You can seduce by leaving yourself open to seduction. So what this is saying is, you know, maybe buy some new underwear. You know, just sit downstairs naked. You know, just kind of leave yourself open to be seduced. You know, maybe send some sex, you know, sex texts. Send naked pictures of yourself. You know, the element of surprise, just kind of show that you're open to that kind of thing, you know, and you're just willing to kind of let yourself go. You know, there's no need to be serious all the time, you know. And I feel like for you, you're unhappy about the fact that you're being so serious at the moment, because that's not who you are, and that's not the person your partner fell in love with. And I feel like you want to break out of that, but you just don't know how. But, you know, this is the perfect opportunity to do that, you know, because I love this card because she's sat in a big, you know, champagne glass, just swimming around, having the time of her life, and it seems to do the same thing. Maybe have a few drinks first. Okay, so the next card is the Knight of Cups. Jealousy. Ooh. We got two cards there for jealousy. Doubts are slinking along in the distance. You must find a way to communicate and meet in spite of the considerable distance. So we have the Envy card reversed there, so I feel like it's saying don't be jealous of what other people have other people's connections because they're not in the connection, and things might not always be as perfect as they seem. You know, and you might be jealous of the fact that, you know, everyone else seems to be spending more time with your partner at the moment, and he's being more, you know, open and fun with them, but what you don't realise is you're being very serious at the moment, so it's difficult for him to connect with you in that respect. So it's just saying not to be jealous. Don't let jealousy drive your relationship. You know, I feel like you are a jealous person at times because you've been hurt, you know, you've been cheated on, and especially if they have a female friend, you know, you get very wary of that. You know, why is he friends with a female? Because the only experiences you've had of that in the past is of men cheating on you with these so-called friends. So it's just saying don't let jealousy ruin the relationship. So the next one's the Eight of Swords. Scratching, magic of the green cloth. Green frees sensuality and allows the body to guide the spirit before the mind can guide the body. You cannot teach the flesh if it is not willing to learn from you. So again, it's just saying let loose a little bit and just allow yourself to be seduced, you know, even maybe pleasure yourself a few times, you know, just to remind yourself how it feels, you know, how you want it to be done. You know, just give yourself a confidence boost, you know, give yourself a release. You know, that old saying where they say people are uptight because they need a good screw. It's exactly the same thing here. I just don't mean that disrespectfully, because I feel like you know that yourself. And when you do all these things, it opens the door to personal healing and happiness. So, you know, the message is don't be so serious. You know, let yourself be seduced. Buy yourself some new underwear. Fall in love with yourself again first. Be turned on by yourself. And then, you know, you can relay that to your partner. Okay. So that was the reading for today, guys. I will put the links in the description for the decks that I've been using. If you've got any feedback on layout, you know, whether you want to see my face in the readings or not, again, I am going to be getting a tripod for my camera soon, so I'm trying to phase my face out because I don't really want my face in these videos either, except for personal readings. But please let me know if you've got any suggestions for readings to be doing. If you are interested in the Marco Debacle series, I will be uploading another one tonight, which was Harry forced into marrying Meghan, so look out for that. And I'm going to be brainstorming this week, coming up with new ideas for videos, etc. So yeah, feel free to get in contact if you're interested in a reading. Thank you so much once again for watching my videos. I appreciate your support and you taking the time to watch these videos, so thank you very much, guys. Take care.